Associate Director for Healing Services at ARPAN. ARPAN, as we all know, is the largest NGO who's been working on the cause of child sexual abuse for over 14 years now. The nature of our job has always been challenging, and so we've always learned to preempt and work with difficult situations. This challenging time was no different for us because we worked and used exactly the same principles as we always do. When the first case of COVID was reported in India, we kind of knew that, it's just a function of time before it'll hit Mumbai. And being a field and community-based organization, the first thing we did was to reach out to all our children on field. So we sent more people on field and made sure that our prevention and healing programs were taken care of, and almost every child was met with and assured that they could reach out to us on our helpline, and we would also be connecting with them soon the moment things normalized. Even back in office, we had our sanitization in place. We got masks for people, we got sanitizers for everyone, and we also had a task force designated which was keeping a close track into what was happening and what should be the next step of actions that should be taken to make things forward. So even before the lockdown was announced around the 15th, we had planned for remote working, and as an organization we ensured that our employees got some system to work on, whether it was a tablet, whether it was a laptop or even a desktop. We provided our employees with all of it. We made sure that there was a cloud backup. We ensured that no data was lost. And though at that point of time we thought it was probably a couple of weeks and then we would be back. So, we had only planned for data entry and a little bit of, capacity building work. But as soon as the national lockdown was called for, we knew it was a longer haul. The first thing we also did was make a document for our internal employees to assist them with key ways and strategies of how to work from home, because that is extremely challenging, having to balance work and home life. And of course, the moment that document went out, definitely there were some smiles around, and because people did find it easier to relate. But also what happened as the pandemic started growing and the numbers started increasing, the anxiety and fear pan-India was spreading. So the next step we took was to open our helpline services for all cases and not just child sexual abuse related cases. And we had people who could reach out to us not only on our helpline, but even over chat on our social media handles or anonymously over our elearn.com platform. So, we had a lot of people who were calling in to discuss how they felt at that point of time. And what was really nice to see is that, just when people were given a little bit of correct information or taught a few strategies in terms of breathing or relaxing or grounding, it hugely benefited them, and they were able to kind of get a grip of the situation again. Not only that, within our team also, anxiety levels naturally started growing as the numbers were spreading. So what we started for internally was we started a self-care program where we would send out one activity every day, one self-care activity every day to our entire ARPAN team. And not only that, we would have meetings, and the entire senior leadership, including the CEO, always, assured everybody they were right there, they were available, and a lot of, bonding was there, a lot of addressing was there of everyone's concerns and issues. So what was also nice to see was that the self-care activities took on well, so that motivated us to start a WhatsApp-based program externally for people. We had it in 3 languages, English, Hindi and Marathi. It was very well received because, you know, the people, when they did the activities, did feel a lot of sense of calm come in. Also, take off from that, we went on and we introduced an email-based program where the registrant got one activity every morning. The activities were on multiple topics, like, you know, one month we had it on family care, another month we had it on the art of expressive communication, we also had it on mindfulness, and so forth. And so we designated a therapist per participant. So the participant could email us back, and their specified therapist would attend to them with personal attention in terms of their queries, concerns, feedback, whatever it was. And that took on also very well, it was open to our internal staff as well as external people, and that was received very beautifully. We also did capacity building for external organizations for telecounseling, because that had become the new normal. You know, that was the only way to counsel. Not only that, we had focused group learnings on various aspects of trauma for our participants. So a lot of learning and growing continued in this period. Also, since schools weren't reopening, the first thing we did was we contacted all our children again who we were in a therapeutic alliance with, and reached out to them. Unfortunately, some had gone to the village or some numbers had changed, but the ones whom we could reach out to, you know, we were so pleasantly surprised to see how they were actually waiting for our calls and how beautifully they responded to therapy even over the telephone. Also, as the academic year began, our programs had to continue, so we did start off with all our programs. In our prevention program, we've reached out to almost 2,000 parents and 2,800 children so far, and it's very heartwarming to see how all teachers, all parents are still so keen and still prioritizing the children so much. It is wonderful to see that. And for capacity building, our training team has already reached out to more than around 11,500 stakeholders over Zoom, and it's such a blessing. I mean, everyone at Arpan was trained on Zoom, basically for this reason, because that's the new normal, that's how we connect these days, and each and every employee had a detailed training on it, and it has helped us so much to reach out to everybody far and wide. So it's quite a blessing in that way. Coming to our team, I think the best thing which happens for Arpan team is that we have a monthly team sharing meeting at the end of every month, and it's just our place. It's our place to vent. It's our place to share happiness, sorrow, achievements, difficulties, whatever it is. And you know, even though it's virtual, each one of us can still feel the warmth and still feel the connect. And I think that's just what motivates us again and keeps us going for the next month, and, you know, taking on the next project, the next challenge, the next difficulty. And it's very heartwarming. You know, more than ever now, we feel a deep sense of gratitude and honor that even though it has been such a challenging time for all of us, we've been really blessed to be able to continue our journey in right, honest, stick to our vision and mission with complete integrity. And I would really like to thank everybody who's always supported us in this journey to make it such an enriching one for all of us. Thank you so much for being with me today and hearing about our journey. Thank you.